Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And although I'm planning to watch one more film set during Christmas, this movie is possibly going to be my Christmas upload. And it's one of the three films that I always associate personally with watching a movie during the holiday season. So, as you tend to say it, especially from Western countries, call it or the Americans call it the holidays. So for the holiday season, Christmas especially, these are the three movies that I really like, including this one. One would be Die Hard. I don't care even what Bruce Willis says that it isn't a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie. Gremlins, which I think is my favorite out of these three, and then this one, Home Alone. So I kind of every year I alternate between these during this particular time. However, I did watch Home Alone today, and it's not yet. I mean, it's Christmas is tomorrow, so I will upload it on on Christmas. Um, my memories of this now. Okay, I don't want to really go too much about the storyline. Everybody knows this movie. This movie is very famous. It is, I think a very very favorite among a lot of movie fans. Um, Home Alone is something that's near and dear to a lot of our hearts. I love this film. Millions love this movie. Enough said about that. Um, I enjoy it every time that I would do watch this film, especially the fight scenes towards the battle scenes towards the end, and Macaulay Culkin's absolutely precocious performance in this film. Too bad he never became the star that we were all expecting him to be. This movie came out when I was, I guess, I turned 14 that year, so I did watch. Yeah, I was 14 when I went to watch this movie in the theaters. Long, long ago, back in 1990. I remember going with my cousins to watch this film. We went to this theater called Sridhar, which now is very near where I actually stay, although I haven't been to the theater in ages. And I remember, I think I was sitting, if I'm not mistaken, I was sitting against the wall because of lack of seats. It was like a lot of people want to watch this movie, including us, during the weekend that we went. I'm not sure who all were there, but definitely at least 5 or 6 of my cousins. Because that's what we used to do when we were together. So we must have watched it during the Christmas vacation period that we got from school. Because I was in 1990 would be in the 9th standard, grade 9 for some people. Brilliant performance from Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, absolutely brilliant. Daniel Stern, who's hilarious in this film. I'm not that other people aren't, but I think in terms of physical comedy, he and Joe Pesci knocks it out of the park. John Hurt, Catherine O'Hara, and a supporting role by the dearly departed John Candy, who kind of makes this movie his during the time that he's there, who's a poker musician, and Gus Polinski, that's the name of the character. And yeah, so those are the parts about the movie. I think Catherine O'Hara has become very famous, one for this film, and much later on, very recently, because of Schitt's Creek, and previously she was a comedian on the Second City television show. I'm not sure of any other movies that I've actually watched, but I've been meaning to watch Schitt's Creek. I've only watched the first couple of episodes. I don't really have Netflix anymore, so that's one of the reasons why I haven't really watched it. Yeah, she's. I was actually surprised to find out that she's Canadian. Anyway, that's not the main thing. Who was the little? Oh yeah, Kieran Culkin. Sorry, plays Fuller, who was Kevin's youngest cousin. That's a funny scene where he's backed up against the wall because the the actor who plays his father has to move the chair back, and that still makes me laugh every time I see it. And one of the interesting things, if you can say it, is that one of Kevin's cousins, the oldest cousin, is Heather, is played by Kristen Minter, and I think possibly by the age, and I don't really remember her from that series, from that movie, sorry, but I did see her in a couple of movies after that. when she was a little bit more older, and when I was a little bit more older. Um, Kristen Winter, I developed a huge crush on her. She's an actress who mainly has made it in, I think, in a few television shows, episodes here and there, and she's had a pretty lengthy career, but she's mostly acted in a lot of B films. I mean, she's in her 50s now, but she was very hot. Yeah, so I really did have a crush on her. Fun fact, I used to make, this is way back during the time of GeoCities, so this is like early 2000s. I made a few websites, free websites for, just some, just to practice my my HTML skills. And one of the sites that I actually made was, and I was pretty, what do you call it? I was pretty happy with this particular website that I wish I could still get back, but it's long lost. Was actually a fan page dedicated to her. It was a small website with, I think, 4 or 5 menu items, one bio, her filmography in another one, some images, some links to interviews, and then contact information, those kind of things. That's it. It was there for a few years. I think by the time around like 2007 or something, I kind of lost track of it. Or whenever GeoCities died, I'll have to check up and see when GeoCities actually closed. But yeah, I was really proud of that particular website because I think it was done really well. Small by today's standards, but at that time I really think it was pretty well done. So I'll have to look it up and see if I can find it. But yeah, she's the one who actually miscounts the children because she's counting heads, and it's the neighbor's kid who actually comes and is looking through their baggage, and she counts him instead of Kevin, and then the numbers as 11. So that's Kristen Winter. So yeah, these are my thoughts about the movie Home Alone. Just a few points about it. Memories of watching it. We watched it many times over the years. Since 2010 or something, I've watched it possibly 3 or 4 times. Like I mentioned, part of this Christmas thing that I've been doing, alternating these movies. So next year is probably going to be Die Hard, and next year is going to be Gremlins. I might still watch Gremlins this year if I do get some time. I love that movie a lot. So yeah. The other movie that I'm planning to watch is hopefully tonight, if not maybe tomorrow, is Christmas Vacation, if I can. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, probably on, if I can, by tomorrow. That's basically it for this movie. I really love this film. I can watch it anytime. It's actually quite fun. And that's basically it for Home Alone. I would give it a rating of 8 out of 10, but it's a sentimental favorite. It's a nostalgic favorite for a lot of us. Yeah, I think 8 out of 10 is pretty good. Thank you guys. Have a good night.